This is the Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief, keeping you informed about the happenings in Annapolis and the area. Local news, local sports, local events, local opinion, and of course, local weather. The Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief starts now.
Good morning. It's Tuesday, March 5th, 2019. This is John Frenaye, and this is your Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief. Yesterday morning at about 7:30, Anne Arundel County Police were called to the intersection of Old Mill Bottom Road and St. Margaret's Road out on the Broadneck Peninsula. A passerby had discovered a deceased dog underneath a trash bag in the area. Southern District detectives are investigating with the assistance of the Anne Arundel County Animal Control, and they do say that it is a female pit bull type mix dog. It is an adult, but the age is unknown. Anne Arundel County police officers also responded to Arundel Middle School on Monday afternoon purely as a precaution after receiving reports of a possible armed suspect. They did say that officers and faculty did search the area and there is no threat. Officers did remain at the school throughout dismissal. Down in Annapolis, Annapolis Mayor Gavin Buckley and Historic Annapolis CEO Robert Clark have announced the formation of a City Dock Action Committee, which is going to guide the implementation of key recommendations in the Urban Land Institute Technical Assistance Panel recommendations for City Dock. The committee will be assisted by 9, quote, working teams, which will be made up of volunteers offering their professional and technical expertise. These teams will be conducting community meetings, focus groups, and stakeholder interviews, and they will deliver an implementation strategy to the City Council this fall. I've got a few things to say about this one. Stick around for a little bit of a rant toward the end of the podcast. The Maryland House of Delegates is considering a bill that will eliminate the statute of limitations in civil claims for child sex abuse, and this will play a key factor into the Key School investigation, which is currently underway. Currently, in order to make a lawsuit civilly, you have to do it before age 38. Now, with this new law, it should be extended indefinitely. And while this bill only applies to civil claims, not criminal cases, experts do say that the legislation will end up having an impact on criminal prosecutions. It's unclear whether the committee is going to vote on the bill or whether it will get out of committee, but we're going to stay tuned on that. Speaking of Key School, we did have a conversation with 2 survivors of abuse at Key School. We are working on that podcast right now, so make sure that you stick around. I imagine that will be released in the next probably week to maybe 2 weeks. That will be released both on the Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief as a special episode as well as the Maryland Crabs. An additional bill making its way through the legislature is a provision to allow people to use their Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program, otherwise known as SNAP, formerly known as food stamps, in restaurants. Senate Bill 752 is going to allow those that are using SNAP benefits, which are distributed on electronic cards, to allow them to purchase food at participating restaurants. A few states have already implemented something like that, and Rhode Island's program currently has 10 participating Subway restaurants. The Senate's expected to vote on that on March 14th, and there is identical legislation in the House of Delegates. It was heard on February 21st, and they have not yet voted on that measure. We mentioned about a week and a half ago that Southwest had just gotten permission to fly to Hawaii, and they're launching it with $49 one-way airfares. Now, the catch is those $49 airfares are few and far between, but they are from California, not from Baltimore. But it doesn't cost that much to get to California. Southwest will be flying out of San Diego, San Jose, Sacramento, and Oakland. They will be going to Honolulu, Kauai, Lihu, and Kona as well. So if you've got an inkling to get to Hawaii, now may be your chance to do it. Check out Southwest Airlines. Hey, congratulations to Vicki Ziegler. She was our winner yesterday of the Caliente $50 gift certificate. Vicki, if you're listening, please email me your mailing address, and I will be able to get this gift certificate right out to you. I'm going to give away another one today, but we're going to make this one a little bit trickier and a little bit different. It's for Lewnes. Yes, Lewnes Steakhouse in Eastport. It is a $50 gift card. And what I'd like you to do, leave a review and a rating for the Daily News Brief. You can search for that on iTunes or Apple Podcasts or wherever you get your podcasts delivered. And leave us an honest review and a rating. But at the end of your review, put 3 letters, LSH, Lewnes Steakhouse. And that way I'll know that it was tied to this contest. And it usually does take a few days for them to populate through the Apple ecosystem. But I will be looking for them, so you want to stay tuned and see if you won. Pretty simple. Leave an honest review. I'm not asking you to leave a fake one. Just an honest review about what you think about the Daily News Brief on Apple Podcast, and you could be eating some good steak at Lewnes's. All right, well, that does it for the news today. Please make sure you're checking out eyeonannapolis.net throughout the day because we do update it throughout the day. Check out that first link in our show notes because it tells you all the different ways that you can connect with us. If you're someplace where you can give us a rating or a review, please do that, and you get a shot at a Lewnes gift certificate. Give us a recommendation to your friends and your colleagues. Hang tight. Right after this message from the Annapolis Film Festival, we have George Young with your local DMV weather. Hi there, this is John Frenay, the co-host of the Maryland Crabs podcast, welcoming you to the 7th Annual Annapolis Film Festival. The film festival runs from March 21st to 24th with a full slate of more than 70 films. The festival includes 4 days of films, panels, parties, showcases, coffee talks, Q&As with filmmakers, directors, producers, and much, much more. Get through the door and into your seat watching some of the 70-plus great films that the Annapolis Film Festival is bringing to us once again for the 7th year.
She looks so weak and fragile. That's why she tried to be so hard.
Going out? You need the most up-to-date local weather. Here's George Young from DMV Weather in Annapolis with today's forecast.
Hey everyone, this is George with DMV Weather, and this is your Eye on Annapolis forecast for Tuesday, March 5th. High pressure officially takes over today, and it will stay in control through Thursday, bringing with it tons of sunshine, but also very cold temps for early March with highs in the 30s, or maybe only even 20s on Wednesday, with nighttime lows in the teens or 20s each night for Annapolis and all of Anne Arundel County. Then after a small chance of rain on Friday and maybe even a light wintry mix in spots on Friday night, a much nicer day will emerge on Saturday for the region with sunshine and temps in the upper 40s or maybe even lower 50s. So bundle up for the next few days, and then the start of the weekend should bring better times before maybe some more rain potentially moves in on Sunday. Okay, that's it for today. This is George Young of DMV Weather. Make it a great day out there, and be sure to get our free app on all of your devices by searching for DCMDVA Weather in the Apple or Google App Stores, and also follow us on Facebook and Twitter and on our website at dmvweather.com so you can always stay weather informed.
Join Anne Arundel Medical Center Foundation on Saturday, April 27, 2019 at our Denim and Diamonds Bash in Annapolis. Denim and Diamonds is a fun evening under the stars featuring fabulous cuisine and gourmet food trucks, live and silent auction, and a live band. Last year, AAMC cared for more than 2,000 patients in our emergency departments suffering from mental illness or addiction. Help us expand much-needed inpatient and outpatient programs and services for your community. For tickets and sponsorships, visit aamcdenimanddiamonds.org. Special thanks to our platinum sponsors, AAMC medical staff, the Chesapeake Bayhawks, Comcast, the Evan K. Thallenberg family, What's Up Media, and WRNR.
So many different stories in the news, and everyone has an opinion. Here's ours.
Do you ever wonder why nothing ever gets done in government? Here is a perfect example. The City of Annapolis and Historic Annapolis have announced a City Dock Action Committee, which is designed to ostensibly figure out what the hell to do with City Dock, because obviously we haven't figured that one out yet. According to a release from City Hall, the City Dock Action Committee is comprised of community members committed to creating a unique place at City Dock where all Annapolitans can experience a vibrant, walkable, water-accessible, greener public space. And I'd like to take a moment and let you know who exactly is on the committee, and keep in mind that old axiom, too many cooks spoil the broth. Senator Ben Cardin, Senator Chris Van Hollen, Representatives John Sarbanes, Steve McAdams of the Governor's Office, Speaker Bush from the Maryland House of Delegates, Delegate Alice Kane, State Senator Sarah Elfreth, Anne Arundel County Councilwoman Lisa Rodvian, Ellen Fogarty, Leo Wilson, Michael Beatty, Brendan Greeley, John Hammond, Larry Shubnall, Marcellus Butler, McShane Glover, Reverend Carlotta Allen, Carol Hinson, Ian Pfeiffer, Tarrant Lomax, Susan Zellers, Gary Jobson, Dan Nees, Amy Clements, Mark Kleinschmidt, Jen Donahue, Jerry Donahue, Melanie Murphy, Rodney Little, the Honorable Richard Hillman, Carl Larkin, Joanne Bond. That's page 1. Bryce Turner, Jay Schwartz, Jay Graham, Heather Arnold, Michael Dowling, Craig Martin, Bob Crane, Sean O'Neill, Larry Shubnell, Jim O'Hare, Elliot Powell, Connie Delsignor, Paige Reed Smith, Margaret Davis, Chris Haley, Kevin Brooks, Lynn Farrow, Cynthia Toll Newson, Lon Powell, Walter Vasquez, Alex Pline, Jerry Grimmunder, Ed Myers, Shelley Rowe, Rock Tays, Debbie Goslin, Rod Jabin, Mary Ewenson, Dick Franio, Alex Berg. That's page 2. David Barker, Zoe Johnson, Sarah Phillips, Haley Barner, Grant DeHart, Tom McCarthy, Louise Heyman, Jim Reed, Eric Evans, Joanna Young, Melanie Murphy, Zia Boccaccio, Stephen Cahali, Joe Rubino, Steve Samaras, Jeff Schaub, Carl Larkin, Dr. Will Scott, Macarena Olson, Robert Warden, Kate Stillwell, Dave Murrin, the Honorable Ellen Moyer, Carl Snowden, Mayor Gavin Buckley, Alderwoman Ellie Tierney, Robert Clark, Bill Kardash, Bryce Turner, Karen Brown, Susie Smith, Pete Gudwald, David Gerald, and Lisa Greco. Geez, oh man, how many people can you have on a stupid committee? And that's what I'm thinking today.
Imagine your child saying,
"Guess what I learned in school today?"
At St. Andrews, it happens every day. We asked Emma and Lawson why.
We grow winter greens in our garden to make smoothies. Second graders are the chicken checkers, and our 8th graders take care of our goats.
Our classes are the perfect size, which means we get to know each other well, and our teachers know us.
Visit St. Andrews Day School's open house, Friday, March 8th from 9 to 11 a.m. or call 410-266-0952 for a tour. You've been listening to the Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief. Tell your friends and colleagues this is the podcast where you can keep up on the latest with what's going on in Annapolis. And also tell them about our website, eyeonannapolis.net, where you can find even more information. This podcast comes to you every Monday through Friday at 7 a.m., keeping you informed with the Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief. And take a moment to listen to our other podcast, The Maryland Crabs, released every Thursday at noon.